Hey friends, welcome back to 3 Minutes with Anthony. I am Anthony, and today I want to talk about being ready to give an answer. In 1 Peter 3:15, he says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect." And when people hear this verse, they often focus on the words, "always be prepared to give an answer." And we tend to think that Peter is telling us to memorize facts or learn how to win arguments. But that's not the heart of what he's saying. See, Peter wrote this letter to Christians who were facing hardship and persecution. They weren't living in comfort. They were living differently in a culture that often misunderstood them. So their lives were raising questions. And people noticed that they responded to suffering with peace instead of panic. And they chose forgiveness over revenge. They loved people who didn't always love them back. Well, Peter says that when people see that kind of life, they naturally ask, well, what's different about you? Well, that's when we're called to give an answer. Not because we want to win a debate or because we won the debate, but because our hope has become visible. And I want you to notice Peter begins, "In your hearts revere Christ as Lord." So before we're called to speak about Jesus, we are called to surrender to Jesus. Our witness starts long before our words. It starts with the way we live, the way we work, the way we treat people, and the way that we respond when life doesn't go our way. Well, then Peter gives another important reminder. He says to share our hope with gentleness and respect. In a world where conversations can quickly become angry or defensive, Christians are called to speak differently. And we don't have to be harsh to stand up for the truth. We don't have to win every argument to faithfully represent Christ. See, our goal isn't to prove someone wrong. Our goal is to point them to the one who gives us hope, and that's Jesus. So this week, ask yourself 2 important questions. Does my life make people curious about Jesus? And if someone asked me why I have hope, would I be ready to answer with both truth and grace? When our hearts belong to Christ, our words and our lives begin to reflect Him. Sometimes the strongest testimony isn't having all of the right answers. It's living a life that makes people want to know the one who changed you. But in your hearts, revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do it with gentleness and respect. 1 Peter 3:15. Go check it out.